guys, welcome to another vlog. Today I've spent most of my day at hospital getting this all checked out by Australian doctors, and the good news is everything's looking good, much to my surprise considering I was using my hand heavily when I was told to completely rest it. I definitely knocked it a bunch of times when I shouldn't have. It felt very crunchy and bad, but apparently it's healing up really well. No surgery is needed at this stage, and they don't expect me to need any surgery. So yeah, the good news is I'm on track 2 weeks so far since I broke it, and it is looking good. So doctors aren't complaining from that point of view. However, we're busy doing DCA work, stuff for the kids, and obviously my hand all day, but I wanted to throw some content together for you guys. Now what we're going to do is take a look back in 2015. It was a pretty crazy year. I think we'd just come off a win at round 1 of Drift All Stars. We're doing a little bit of stuff at IDC. But yeah, I was driving the low range Drifters S13. Always an interesting time. The car, like, it sounds absolutely bonkers. It wasn't, unfortunately, not as much power as it sounded like it had. You definitely had to use it and abuse it to get what you needed out of that car. Unfortunately, at this event, it did let us down quite a few times. It was scheduled for 6 runs up the Goodwood Hill, and unfortunately, we only got 3 due to one of them being cancelled because too many people crashed. And the others were one time a shaft broke on the way down the hill, and another one, my very first one ever on the Goodwood start line, broke a shaft. So just going to show you guys a bit of a throw together from my boy, Bandana Boy, Lucas. And yeah, see what you think. I'll have a bit of a chat to you between the videos. Definitely cool to look back on that footage. That event in itself was absolutely wild, getting to you know, have a chat with people like Mark Webber and various others. But no, that event was seriously wild, and I think that little mashup there was a combination of my first 2 runs up the hill, because I was very tentative in that footage. You know, we didn't even get to walk the hill or even drive up the hill. So literally, first run up the hill was just send it. But without crashing. We had one of the other drifters, which everybody knows of, Piotr, who drives Worthhouse in FD. He had quite a heavy crash on his second run up the hill, and that's actually one of the reasons that the runs for us got cancelled. So yeah, that was something I didn't want to do, so trying as hard as I could to keep it on the track. But anyway, I'll show you guys another little montage which I think was thrown together for our tyre sponsor at the time, which was Tri-Ace Tyres. So I'll show you now. Alright, again, watching that footage it's actually funny because we had these red coloured tyres, and in all my experience in drifting, it's always been that coloured tyres are slippery. And for some reason, these freaking Tri-Ace tyres were red coloured. So I just didn't expect them to be very grippy. We put, I think I was like, we'll put 25 pound in them so it'll slip it up a bit, but not be crazy slippery where I end up driving it off the course. And man, like that very first lap I did, you know, when I broke an axle, and then on the way down the hill, when I broke another axle, it was like, it must have been seriously strong. It turned out that there was an issue with the diff. It was driving one wheel harder than the other, and that was causing axles to break. But at the same time, drifting up the Goodwood hill, the car was mega gripped up. It was in full comp mode, it was in full kill, and I had to absolutely drive the shit out of it. And this next run up the hill, which you guys are seeing now, was absolutely wild. Honestly, being in the car, and you see me when I get to the top of the hill, how excited I am. I think I was just excited that I made it, and I was, yeah, the car was in one piece and I was in one piece. And then I got full Straya after that, which is pretty sick, having guys like Ken Block come up and give a high five. You see his car at the end there, and everyone just being like, yeah, right, that's how you do a burnout, Straya. And this is where I realized that I really should have been vlogging for a long time. I did some pretty cool shit overseas. But one thing I noticed when I watched that video is how gingerly I take off the start line, because I think I would have lost my shit if that car broke off the start line again. I took off gingerly and then, yeah, gradually just start sending it. And then a lot of people did comment after when that video came out, sort of like about the wobbling. Sort of a Wisefab thing. We're going so fast, like, yeah, like I really wasn't going slow on that course. Normally, you know, for the most part, drifters are sort of driving between the corners, then initiating and sliding, where I really didn't want to grip up at all, and I just wanted to stay pinned the whole time. And you know, knowing that it could very well be my last run ever up the Goodwood hill, which up until this point it has been the only run that I've ever done up that, well, the last run I did up that hill. Wanted to make it one that counted, win it or bin it. There's nothing to win, but I just wanted to send it as hard as I could with what I had, and man, it was sick. And it was actually a pretty quick run up the hill as far as times go, but it was super wild. We had bits of hay in the back, in the left-hand rear of the car, and in the right-hand front there was hay from the hay bales. So I touched, well, there was bits hanging out, they got caught in the car and stuff like that. So man, that was wild. And I just wanted to show you guys that anyway, because Goodwood was definitely something, you know, that is a dream to be able to go to. And, you know, I'd love to go again. I'd love to take my LS13 there and try and set the hay bales on fire. I think that would be sick. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back to a regular style of vlog tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed it. If you loved it, share away. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.